So hi YouTube family, I am back. I'm sure some of you that been following me probably already have seen my video. My son is talking. What you doing, son?
On the top bed.
Well, I'll bring him on the camera so you can see him. Zachariah, come here. See, this is why I wait till late at night to do stuff like this, because everybody is always up. Come here. This is my oldest child, Zachariah. So, say hey to the camera.
Hey, camera.
Well, it's actually YouTube.
YouTube. Hi, YouTube.
Yes. So he's up there running his mouth while I'm trying to do this film, but it's okay. This is reality. This is real life. Now, I'm going to need you to go upstairs and be quiet because mommy is filming, okay?
Okay.
All right. I love you.
You
All right. Mwah. All right.
I go on the top bed.
You want to get on the top bed?
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. Now,
Because maybe in the pee.
okay. But anyway, hi guys, I'm back. Who all have subscribed to my channel, thank you for subscribing to my channel. So I'm gonna do a video blog. I'm just flowing, guys, so I had to squeeze in this time. You know, I had to get it where everybody is asleep or doing something, because I'm telling you, I have 5 children and it's very, 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 very busy. So, but anyway, I'm sure you guys have seen my video where it was dressed in red. I wanted to do something different. We always take pictures with pregnancy, so I just wanted to do something a little different. I love playing with the camera and the video, so I just wanted us to announce it different. And so I'm going to tell you how many weeks I am and give you some more information. So here it goes. So guys, today I am today's Sunday. Yesterday was Sunday. Well, Sunday, because it's probably 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, wherever. But Sunday I turned up 33 weeks. I am 33 weeks pregnant. Oh my gosh, yay. So actually I have 7 more weeks left. It was my intentions to start at 28 weeks like I did the last pregnancy and do a video all the way up. But like I said, life has been busy, so I had to squeeze this in. But I am 33 weeks pregnant. We are having a boy. Yay. So I have 3 boys and 3 girls. I am very, very, very excited. We do, if the Lord's willing, I'm gonna put the Lord's willing for everything, because last pregnancy did not go like I wanted to. But if the Lord's willing, if it's His will, we will be trying again for a home birth. I really, really, really enjoyed the birth of Zariah, even though that was my first time. But it was just so special. And with Zephaniah, I did have him natural, but I feel like I sort of robbed myself of what could have been, because I feel like I didn't study enough. I didn't read that book enough like I should have. So that's why I sort of feel like, okay, I want to do this again. But I'm going to tell you, as I get into this, behind this pregnancy, this is going to be like my introduction video, and then I'll go into other topics as the week goes. But this pregnancy story was a little different, and so I'm just going to share my real feelings, my heart, and tell y'all the details of when I found out I was pregnant. So this baby and Zephaniah, he is 1. They will be almost, if the baby don't come, the estimated due date for the baby is July the 9th. But if he come on the 27th, July the 27th, Zephaniah and baby Zamar will be exactly 18 months apart. And this is the first that I've ever had. You know, Zephaniah and Zariah, I think they're 13 months apart. But this baby and Zephaniah will be 18 months apart. So as you can see, a pattern that's happening in my pregnancies. So with the first baby, between Zechariah and Zipporah was 11. That was like 11 months and 5 days apart. Zoe and Zipporah is like 11 months and 5 days apart. And then Zoe and Zane was like 11 months and 5 days apart. And then, you know, Zane passed away, had a miscarriage. 2020 had Zariah. And then Zoe is 5. And then Zoe is sorry y'all. Zariah is, so Zariah and Zoe is about 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 3 years in between them. So they're like 3 years apart. So there's a little gap there. So it seemed like with this gap, my pregnancies are getting further and further apart, because Zariah and Zephaniah is 13 months apart, and then this baby and Zephaniah will be 18 months apart. So as you see, the pattern is changing, which means my body is changing. But I'm gonna tell you little details of when we discovered we was pregnant, my reactions when I found out that we were pregnant, and how I'm doing now and how I feel and everything. So here it goes. So we discovered that we was pregnant with this baby in October of last year. My husband and I was going through a pretty rough time. So I sort of shunned away from any social media, Facebook, YouTube. It was just that time in my life where, and for our marriage, that we really need to seek God. So I didn't really share anything on social media. It was just time for us to seek God. But we was really going through a little hard time around that time, and I was thinking to myself, I said, well, Lord, I haven't got pregnant yet, so I can wait till 2023 to try again, because 9 months from when I had Zephaniah is when I got pregnant again. And it's always been the babies would be about 3 months old and I'd be pregnant again, but I had a long range. So as the months progressed and me and my husband was just facing some difficult things, I was like, okay, I'm satisfied. I don't want any more kids right now. I'm good. I just really want us to focus on getting us together, our marriage and whatever we're dealing with. I just really wanted to focus on that. And so I was okay with not getting pregnant last year, or maybe trying again this year. And so I was really content. But more things began to happen, and then all of a sudden, me and my husband started patching some things up. We was like, okay, we need to deal with these issues, whatever we're dealing with, and we need to really get it together. So that's what we did. And you know, it was just like, it was a scar, and you know, the wounds were just healing up. It wasn't completely healed. At least I felt like that. And so after that, we started coming back together and working on some things. And so I felt like I said, I feel like it was still a scar that needed healing. It didn't need any other accessories to it, like pregnancy. But so then one morning, in October. I was like, I noticed, I'm like, I have not got a cycle. And it was like at the end of October. And so I was like, So just when me and my husband was patching things together, another situation that, I'm not going to go into details about my marriage because I want Sam here whenever we decide, I don't know when, but I want him here to tell, be willing to be open. So I'm just paraphrasing. But after we had dealt one situation, there was another situation, which was, it was another situation that we dealt with. And me and Sam came down here early in the morning and we prayed. And while he was praying, something told me to go take a pregnancy test. So, and I wasn't going to do it until he left. So he left to go off to work. And when I went in the bathroom to take the test, I found I was pregnant. I was in shock. I think this is the first baby where I was like, no, this is not the right time. What's going on? Because usually I'm the one. I don't mind being pregnant. I don't have sicknesses and things like that. So I obviously, as you can tell, I don't mind carrying a baby. But when I found that I was pregnant with this baby, I was really just shocked. And I called Sam and told him, like, baby, I'm pregnant. And he was shocked too. We was, like I said, we was just coming out of a little rough patch. And, as the days went by and I seen it, I was like, oh my gosh. So, I was just, ooh. So I had took a job as a insurance adjuster at home. I had took a job from working from home. And this job, I'm telling you, insurance adjusting, I don't think I want to do it anymore. Especially with the company that I was working with, because they train you in like 5 weeks, not 5 weeks, but a week, sometimes 3 days, and they expect you to know all this slew of information. And I didn't like it. I really didn't. I want to learn what I do, and so I can do a good job. But if I'm rushed, I'm not doing a good job. So I was sitting there at the computer, ready to clock in and do my job, and I felt myself messing up, and I just broke down and cried because I had to acknowledge my feelings. Like, I wasn't ready for this. I wasn't ready for this pregnancy. I just really felt like, for the first time, I felt like, oh my gosh, this came at the wrong time for me, and I just did not want it. I didn't, I wasn't to the point where I was going to terminate the pregnancy. I don't want nobody to think I was going to do that, because I don't do that. But I just felt like it was the wrong time, and I just had a breakdown, and I called a very close lady close to me that had prayed with me and talked with me through the hard times and she also talked with Sam too, that when we was going through, she really was a mom to us, a spiritual mom. And I called her and I just was crying. I was like, I just wasn't ready for this. I wasn't ready. I was really being hard on myself because I wasn't catching on to the job, and I had all the other things that I was dealing with, kids, everything. And I just had a breakdown. And I was like, I just don't think that I was ready. Give me 1 second. This camera only do 30 minutes, so I have to catch it and see how far have I talked. Okay, I'm good. Good. But I'm back. But I just really didn't feel like I was ready for this pregnancy. And she prayed with me, and I got better. I got better. I went to the doctor to find out how far along I was, and they was telling me, I thought I was 5 weeks, but I was actually just a week. I was just a week away. 6 weeks. I was 6 weeks. Everything was looking great. Everything was looking fine. And then by 9 weeks, instead of, you usually wait for 16 weeks. Because of my age, I was able to do a genetic testing. And by 9 weeks, I found out that I was having a little boy. And I was very, very, very happy about that because I knew I wanted another little boy. But I just I really went to God about it. And I just walked through it because, like I said, Sam and I was really facing some challenging things that we had to deal with. And if we didn't, we was just going to be where we was, and it wasn't going to be good. But I just made a decision to humble myself, and I was like, God, this is not what I wanted, but your will be done. And I just began to walk through it. I think for the first and second trimester, for the first trimester, it didn't even feel like I was pregnant. I knew I was pregnant, but I was just numb. I think I just told Sam this a couple of minutes ago, that I think I just walked through it like it was numb. Second trimester, I'll say half numb, half awoke. And the third trimester, which is now I'm really, it's like I'm awakening and I'm coming out of like, oh my gosh, I'm finna have a baby. And so now I am really excited. This will be my first back-to-back boys. And I'm really excited to see that. I see that in my girls with the bond that they share with my two oldest daughters, Zoe and Zipporah. I see the connection that they barely get into arguments. They help each other out. They get in arguments with Zachariah though, but they barely. They're just really close. And their baby sister Soraya really looks up to them. And I tell them, I said, before you know it, she's going to beat y'all at doing stuff because she's watching everything y'all do. Zephaniah and Zechariah are really, he really loves his big brother. They have a stronger bond. And but I am really excited to see Zephaniah and Zamar bond because they're going to be close in age. And I'm looking forward to it. And I think all of my personal issues that I felt in the beginning of this pregnancy, I've dealt with it because I was talking to my husband and I'm like, I don't have time to fool around and self-pity myself because I have 5 children and they didn't ask to be here. That's why I always look at these children did not ask to be here. We chose to have them. I want to take care of them. So that moment of, disappointment, I quickly got out of it. And I just began to get into God, get into his word. In the process of me being numb and not really focusing on my pregnancy, I think it gave me time to work on me. Like, okay, God, I contribute to this marriage just like he do. What do you want me to do? What do I need to work on? Who do I need to forgive? Who do I need to, what do I need to do? Do I have things that I'm holding in my heart? Do I have things I'm holding? I just began to really focus on Alexis and really focus on the relationship that I have with the Lord. And that's what got me through that little time of, not wanting to accept that I was having a baby. And also, me and my husband done something that I don't think we ever done before. We got to finish those books. But we really buckled down and said, hey, how can we make our marriage stronger? So we began to read understanding the purpose and power of a woman, understand the purpose and power of a man, and the power and purpose of marriage. All of them are by Dr. Miles Monroe. And I started reading the woman's book first, and then I began to read some of it to Sam, and Sam was like, oh, that's good. So I already had the men's book, so I went and repurchased him one. And we just went through that book together. And as I read that book, it really helped me. Okay, it helped me really understand God's purpose and design and his standard for a man. And he began to understand my purpose and design as being a woman. And now we're on the marriage book, which one day we are going to finish it. But I just feel like now I'm at the end, and I feel like I'm at the end of the tunnel. I feel like I'm at the light. I feel like I see the light, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have 6 babies, and I'm over myself, and I'm ready. I'm ready. If I can do 1, I can do 2. If I can do 2, I can do 3. If I can do 3, I can do 4. If I can walk through losing a child and then having a miscarriage, then surely I can do 6. So it's nothing too hard for God if you just put your faith in him. But that's my story I wanted to share with you guys. That's my story. This is my little introduction story. So you guys stay tuned. I think sometimes next week I will be 34 weeks, and I'm going to try to talk about some different things because, I think on the last videos I did explain about exercising. I explained about what books I read, and I may add that in too because I only have 7 weeks. But this time around, I really want to talk about the history of midwifery, the history of doulas. I've been really watching a lot of documentaries, and anytime you really want to understand something, you have to go back at the history of it. So I've been really watching a lot of documentaries. I'm also going to talk about, I don't think I ever talked about it in the last time, is after you have the baby. Everybody is so focused on, oh, the baby's so cute, and everybody just look over mom. And then, like, I seen this story on YouTube where this lady, she wanted to have a natural birth, but her baby's heart rate went up, and she was advised to go to the hospital. And she expressed how she was just so broken that it didn't go the way she wanted it. She never had any kind of surgery. And to have a C-section really devastated her and traumatized her. And I think that, when you have a traumatic birth, that people disregard women's stories and say, well, you got a healthy baby. But mom is not happy, and mom needs comfort because mom just went through a whole process to get that child here. And that's one thing that my doula told me, that when she first introduced herself to me, that most people go straight to the baby and look at how cute they are, but they don't check on the well-being of mom. And then I think that's what leads to postpartum, that we're not able to express our feelings. So I'm going to talk about postpartum too. I watched another documentary where women are so disattached, and y'all know I'm a believer. And as I'm watching these documentaries, I am like, Lord, I'm raking in the good and I'm dismissing the bad. What I don't agree with, but I'm all just looking at it from God's perspective. So I'm going to talk about those things more. If you want me to talk about a certain topic, I will. Just put it in the comments and I'll definitely talk about it. But until then, guys, God bless you all. And to all the moms, one of my friends that I met here on YouTube is also expecting. Congratulations to you. It's a beautiful journey. I hope that you get your home birth or whatever you desire. I hope it come out great for you. I know another friend that's expecting, and however you want to go with your route, I pray nothing but blessings to you. So, God bless y'all. And I will be back next week. I will be 34 4 weeks. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it's going by so fast. It's like I got a whole month, and then July the 9th, which I don't think he's going to come on July the 9th. So I'm sort of been nesting, really preparing. I cleaned up my dining room like I wanted, because this is the area that I really hope to give birth to my son. I'm really excited. I have a young lady. She also filmed my my little video. She is an editor. She worked for a news channel, and she's gonna do my home birth. So and she gonna know how to go in and edit, because I'm telling you something. I did get the views with Zariah's birth, but oh my gosh, it's so graphic. And I'm like, I found myself body shaming, like, oh, because I'm gonna say that for later. I'm gonna talk about the comparison between Zephaniah's and Zariah's birth. I'm gonna talk about all that in 7 weeks, but I'm glad she's gonna be here and edit, because oh my gosh, that was graphic. Woo! And me never seeing a home birth. But anyway, guys, God bless y'all. Pieces and blessings. Until next time, take care. Bye. Okay, I gotta get up. Oh my gosh, you see how big I am. Oh!